Veronica Lake meets a Spanish conquistador in mourning
Yes.
who is
I
also dead.
feel I am death. I come from nothingness.
Oh,
And I am the one thing you can depend on, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Halloween 10/27,
ooh,
2024. Halloween is coming up. Halloween coming up is coming up. This is a show about consensual adults living a kinky lifestyle. We're
yes.
adults. We're adults. It's a lifestyle. Don't judge.
Are we,
There's
Nick? I mean, do you see what we're wearing here? Are we adults? I don't know. I think the fucking
happy
jury's out here.
Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy
Happy
Halloween. We're
Halloween!
here with the magnificent Nicco Noire. Nicco,
Hello, 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 hello.
gorgeous
How are
as
you?
ever, cool as can be. Halloween's your favorite holiday.
Halloween's my favorite. Yes, Halloween is definitely my favorite. I have a Halloween tree that
Yeah.
I put up every year. It's black, it's shiny, it's rad. Um, yeah, I'm stoked on Halloween. What do you do for Halloween? Are you doing
I love
anything?
Halloween. I every day is
I mean,
Halloween. I'm like ministry, right?
mhm.
I like Elaine Jorgensen of ministry. Every day is Halloween for me. So yeah, I'm going in
Ba,
going
ba,
as an
ba.
adult. I'm going as a successful, well-rounded adult that has no problems. It's a hard costume to pull off.
Well, I
So
like it. You wear it well.
Stan Vladimir says, "Happy Halloween." And
Happy
my
Halloween.
costume is the alien chestburster victim. That's cool. I want to
Ooh,
see that,
that's fun.
Stan.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Speaking of which, if anyone is out there is going to any sort of kinky costume parties or for Halloween or anything like that, please send us your pictures. Send us,
Yeah.
with consent, please. Send us your stuff and we will post it on the next show because
We'll show it
there's
on the
nothing we
show.
like
Yeah.
better than showing off our kinky friends.
So for Halloween, I've the whole month is very Halloween esque for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved Halloween. I've always felt obviously like kind of like an outsider. I love the pageantry, I love the costumes, the imagination,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Right.
This this year we went to a Halloween party. I went as I told this story before. I went as a patient. And I
Yeah.
escaped, and um, Sunshine was doctor. It caught me, and I ended up in the straitjacket for half the night. The last,
That's
um,
fun.
last week, or I'm sorry, last night, went to an
Mm-hmm.
all black, a special exclusive party at Mischief Manor just for Catnip, a birthday party,
Very
and it
nice.
was all black. Everyone had to wear all black from head to toe.
Ooh, that
So that
sounds like my
was,
kind of party.
oh yeah, I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you the whole time. But yeah,
Did you have
Halloween
did
is
did cat did Catnip have a good time?
Catnip had a great time. Sunshine had a great time. I had a great
Awesome.
time. The Mischief Manor quotes is updated. I just updated the page. We got some great quotes. Check out Mischief Manor quotes on yourkinkyfriends.com. It's an ongoing list of quotes that we see at the manor. And the Mischief Manor loves Halloween. We love costumes. We
Mm-hmm.
love outfits. Oh my god. So let's start off. Halloween lingerie. Sunshine asks, is there
Yes.
Halloween lingerie? Please tell us all
Of
about
course there is. Of course there is. So let's be quite honest. Every dominatrix's favorite time of year is Halloween. And why is this? It's because that is, for whatever fucking reason, it is the one year of, or the one day of the year rather, that everybody can just be the slutty version of whatever they wanted to be when they were in kindergarten. So it's like, it's interesting to me. It's like you could be a slutty firewoman, you could be a slutty doctor, you can be a slutty policewoman, you can be a slutty baker, whatever. And which is funny because, not that I'm slutty, but I just kind of dress like this every day. So it's kind of the one day of the year that I actually get to step outside of what I do for a living, which is play dress up and be something either funny or creative or you know whatever. I put thought into it. when I dress up, if I'm going to Halloween, if I'm going to costume parties and stuff, because honestly, every day is kind of Halloween for me, so
Yeah.
I have to put some back into it.
Everyone else is missing out. You and I have this amazing friendship. We
Yes.
talk all the time, and you send me pictures before you ready for like a session, stuff like that. I am
Uh,
amazed. I am taken back, and if only they could see what I am honored to see. Oh, I just cuckolded all of you. All right, we got some questions.
That's
Nico
funny.
Sunshine says that's a great point. People can be the slutty version of
Hmm.
what you wanted to be as a kid. I never
I
thought
mean, you
about it
can be a
like that.
slutty farmer, you can be a slutty bus
You
driver,
slutty
you can
farmer,
be all the slutty blue collar things ever. Like,
slutty farmer.
it's like I want to be a oh I want to be a dominatrix. Oh wait, what? I'm sorry,
Oh,
excuse me? You want to be a slutty what? No, I'm just kidding.
so that's like reminds me of a game. We could do like slutty blank. What would you if you okay? You're at a kink party, right? And
I
you'd be
already like
like
this
the
game.
most absurd slutty person. So you have the slutty outfit at a kink party. So we're a whimsical kink party. We're a whimsical bunch. Would you go as a slutty Martha Stewart?
Oh yeah. I think Martha Stewart, I bet you any amount of money, she's like, and then after you pick all of the vegetables out of the garden, you can go ahead and come in and then take off all of your clothes. It's a good thing. I can see this. Can you not see that? She
I
was
can see.
80 years old on the cover of fucking Sports Illustrated in a bikini, looking all right. I have a feeling she's friends with P. Diddy. I have a feeling Martha Stewart is a fucking freak.
Snoop Dogg.
Which
I have this. I think we
Martha,
should do this thing about Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. I think they had an affair, and we should make like a little movie, like a fictionalized movie of like with their nights together. their,
okay. So
their nights
I
in
I
France
need
or
to I need
something,
to know how
cooking
is
and
it
smoking.
exactly that they became friends?
Money,
Like how is it that they're
circles
such
of
tight
money.
homies? Well,
Yeah,
but I mean,
circles of
no,
money.
really, because there's no amount of money that's going to make a 50-year-old um, South Coast Snoop hang out with an 80-year-old East Coast Martha any fucking day of the week. Trust me on this. So,
Weed and
what
money,
was it?
CBD and money.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, they don't really have that much in common. The only person there that's been to jail actually is Martha Stewart. They
I
can't
guess
talk about for
Snoop
sure.
got arrested, but he didn't get convicted. He didn't get,
Well,
yeah.
Martha
Murder was the
Stewart
case
spent
that they gave him.
6 months
Yeah.
in a very nice resort somewhere in
Hmm.
Cancun, I think. So
What else, what other slutty things could you make? Like, we could go the political route, like slutty Nancy Pelosi. Oh my God, with that
I'd be a
gavel.
slutty Donald Trump because I that's offensive on all levels, right?
Yeah.
Not only am I female, but I'm orange and angry, and I'm screaming about shit I have no business screaming about, but I'm right because I'm always right. And then
Okay, Kamala, slutty Kamala, like a dominatrix, got badass. Holy shit. She would go to the UN and be like, yeah, we're doing things my way.
if we want to be really sexy about it, let's bring Hillary back
Yeah. Hillary and
because she was
Hillary.
terrifying. Let's be quite honest. Hillary was a very, very scary. Hillary is still very. Hillary, you're scary, and I like
Here's
that about you.
now I have an image in my head, and I don't I don't know if I should say it, but I'm going to anyway.
Say it. Do it.
Imagine Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris spit roasting Donald Trump.
Okay.
Or he would enjoy it too much. I don't know if he deserves it.
He would.
Who would you love to actually see? Be like, that would be interesting.
I kind of just want to see
The
those two
Rock,
scissor.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson being spit roasted by Kamala Trump and
I don't
Hillary
know.
Clinton.
I don't like any of the nominees enough to want them to be able to be spit roasted to be spit roasting or to anything. Like I hate both sides so passionately that it's not even funny. And I you know
I
I
got
lose
one for you.
sleep. I lose more
I
and
got
more
one for
sleep.
you. What about Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, spit roasting Dave Gahan?
That's my job. They don't get to do my job. And no, and by the way, I will not share that man. I will be selfish. I
You
mean,
lock him in chastity?
I'll videotape all of it, obviously, but I will not share him. It
Well,
would
you would
be
lock David
very,
Gahan
very singular.
in chastity. You would lock David Gahan in chastity. You can get 15% off at Locked in Love.
You must be out of
Advice.
your fucking mind. You think for 1 second that I would put his perfect penis in a cage? You have me fucked all the way up for
Well, for
someone
yourself,
stupid, Nicholas.
it's like you'd want to
I've been waiting
care of it.
something odd
Take care of it.
years to break that
You take
dick
care
off.
of
Do
it,
you
you know.
think for a second that I would allow that? Never, ever.
All right, let's get to the question. Stan Vladimir says, if I was going to go to a kinky event for Halloween, I would want my mistress to be dressed as the alien queen, and I will be her alien sub-drone, aka Big Chap from the first movie. Ah, okay.
That is
Yeah.
very specific, and I like that you want things, but I'm just going to throw this out there. I would definitely run that by your mistress well in advance and in an entirely different way, because otherwise that will never ever happen. And I know because I know. Oh, she knows.
It's possible. Anything could happen eventually.
She
You're right
knows.
though. You're right though. You got to like kind of ease into that stuff.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
like a month or
It's
two
possible.
prior be like mistress. Don't you
Drop some
think it
hints.
would be amazing if
Yeah.
if you chose me to take with you to a kinky event that possibly we could do this couples thing and it would be I mean
Yeah.
that's a great idea, mistress. I'm so glad that you have it.
Wouldn't this be cool?
That's how you
if
get shit
did
done.
this? Yeah. That's how seriously, that's how I got into this whole lifestyle. So Lynn and I, in the coolest way, we just shared porn and we're like, I looked at stuff, she looked at stuff, and we both just started like, wouldn't it be cool if you dominated
You
me?
learn a lot
Wouldn't it be
about
cool?
somebody through their porn.
Yeah.
You learn a
Yeah.
lot about somebody through their porn, like a lot.
Stan Vladimir asks, Nico,
Yes.
what are your top 5 favorite Halloween movies?
My top 5 Halloween movies. Okay, so I have favorite Halloween movies. However, I am not a gory, like horror, like freak out person. However, I am hardcore classics. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right there. Silence of the Lambs is right there. Let's see, what else do I like? Okay, about to date the hell out of myself, but I don't even care. All of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all of them. I mean, I think that's like my. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull 5 out of my hat, but that would be my like.
Well,
I watch.
it's more
Oh,
than 5.
Lost Boys! I watch that shit every fucking year
Lost
without
Boys is a
fail.
great movie. Yeah,
I
it's
love
a
that
fun, and
movie.
it's a fun movie too. People forget how
Yeah.
fun of the movie is.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's a fun movie, and
Yeah.
if there's one thing I can't stand about Santa Clarita, all those goddamn vampires.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
I was thinking about you because you were talking about the Rob Zombie show. You saw Rob Zombie
Yes.
live, and you mentioned that there were all these like Manson-esque girls.
The
women all over the
Mansonites,
place.
yeah.
I made Sunshine watch The Devil's Rejects.
Did she love it?
No, she was like,
Or did she walk away going, that was completely disturbing and now I'm different?
it is. I feel bad for like because it's Halloween. It's Halloween, right? So I'm like I've been watching horror movies all month. Like and
Yeah.
like I watch fucked up horror movies. Like, we
You
watched
do watch
Antichrist by
fucked up
Lars Van
horror
Trier.
movies. You sent me links to stuff. I was like, the fuck is wrong with him? Like, I mean, and that's coming from me.
I know you shit on people's mouths. You're like, this is fucked up.
I make manginas. You sent me fucked up
Yeah.
links, Nick. I'm like, what is this?
Just look, yeah. I
Pretty gross.
think
But I
we're
mean,
gonna do it.
I
No,
like the
Skylar, I'm totally
grindcore
fine.
stuff for Halloween.
Hmm.
I think that's fun because it's cheesy and it's extra goopy. It's extra everything, and it's supposed to be. But when it's realistic, like I don't know if you've seen Terrifier or not. I absolutely have not.
Oh
But
yeah, terrifying.
people I know who have the second one, they are losing their fucking minds about it. They're
It's a
like, it
creepy
is
movie.
like there's I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that people like leaving the theater within the first 10 minutes because the
I'm
opening
sure a
scene
lot of that
was
is depressing.
so grotesque, and
I love,
that's a bit
I,
much for me. Like,
I love horror movies. Terrifier is a straight up slasher film. Like there's a one scene in Terrifier where he cuts a person with a knife in half. Did you ever
see,
cut? You can't just like,
see,
and they're
here's
hanging
the
upside
thing.
down, and it like the effects are, but like you go into it like this is gnarly, this is fun, yeah, like that's the way I look
I
at
mean,
it.
yeah. I guess if you, I guess my fear is I actually live in Texas, and God only knows. I mean, that could literally be my neighbor. I don't know.
Yeah, they
So
have
I it
massacres every
freaks me
weekend.
out because I'm just like, that might just be like down the street.
Hmm.
Who knows?
So what is it about this? So I wanted to talk to you about this. We watched Devil's
Yeah.
Rejects. You came from Rob Zombie's you're saying that Manson. Is there going to be like a Charles Manson kind of kink fetish? Because every time
Oh,
you
there
think about
totally
Charles
is.
Manson, yeah, I know there is, but you think that's gonna like get more popular?
I kind of okay. So you know how all of the trends, all of the fads, they kind of circle the toilet bowl because nobody can come up with an original fucking thought to save their lives.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. The '80s have passed us by. The '90s have passed us by. I don't see bell bottoms coming back anytime soon. I also don't see disco coming back anytime soon, which is a fucking shame, by the way.
I know.
However,
I love disco.
speaking of which, because the nylon, and we should touch more on this later. Nylon
Yeah.
November, people, let's start
Nylon
making it a
November.
thing. You
Yeah.
just went through Locktober. Why would you endure a no nut November? We don't know. So let's make it something softer and silkier. Let's make it Nylon November.
And
All of my
more
nylon
expensive.
people, I want you to come out of your closets. I want you to put
It's
on
just
your stockings, and then I want you to put on your regular work pants and go do your thing. That's what we're doing for November. It's my birthday month, and that's what I fucking want. Also, go to NiccoNoire.com and feel free to gift me on Cash App. It's fine.
Nylon November. Yes. Sunshine says the lead woman in The Devil's Rejects is hot as fuck. Sherry
Isn't
Moon.
she, though?
Yeah.
When she's walking around in those chaps, yo,
Yeah.
she's just bare assed chaps walking around. She's like, because we like to drink, we like to get fucked up and do fucked up shit. And I'm like, yeah, we do. All right. God, we did though. Once upon a time. Now we just, we like to
I
go to
know,
bed
right?
at
We can't
11:30.
go on killing sprees. We can't go on like drug fueled killing sprees anymore, Nico.
Not
Times
drug
have
fueled ones,
changed.
no.
All right.
No, we're sober
Bloody
now,
Bunny.
Nick. We can't do them intoxicated. One day at a
Sunshine,
time.
Nico, what a lovely skeleton you have. Okay, back to the questions. Do you scare your subs?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you are
I mean,
intimidating.
I mean, how do I say this without sounding like a complete fucking narcissist? But here we go. Hi, I'm Nicco Noire. Like, that's what I do. Like, not that I'm trying to scare anybody, but I'm down with it. Like, I will. There's only 100%. I'll go 105, 110 on you. Like, that's my happy spot. So I mean,
So
I
how do
feel
you,
like
besides making a mangina, right? Do you threaten mangina? You're like, I'll make a mangina.
constantly. I'm like, you sound like a little girl. I can help you realize that. I can bring that little girl into life. So if you continue with your fucking na na na, then Yeah, no, I threaten manginas all day long. But I do think that being a dominatrix, there with it comes, some fear, not for me necessarily, but for the clients, just walking in the door, there is, probably some anxiety, some fear of the unknown. And then on top of that, once I get them, and now it's a captive audience of one, um, then I think it's not so much fear as it is completely intimidating and completely, because then you can fuck with people's um, sensory stuff. Like you can take away their sight, you
Yeah.
can take away their sound, you can take away their ability to move. And once you restrict people of those sorts of things, then now you're fucking with people on a whole other, now you're fucking with science and psychology and having to make people rely on their ears to follow you, or you know their smell, your smell even, to follow you around, because
So
yeah.
fear plays a huge part. For example, like with chastity play,
Hmm.
you let out of chastity, and then fuck, like, I'm doing well. I'm like, I'm out. I'm free. I'm having sex, and it's wonderful. And the fear, and they're like, there are times where like she has the chastity device in her hand,
Right.
right? So from about picture the picture in your head. She's on her hands and knees, chastity device in her hand. She has a leash in the other hand. It's attached to my collar. I'm fucking her from behind. I'm out of chastity. I'm great. I am, and
this is
everything's
this is a
going.
beautiful this is a beautiful situation.
And the fear steps in where she says, as soon as you're done, I'm gonna lock you back up. Or if you don't come right now, I'm gonna lock you back up. Or like there's that. It never happens. It's a
Well,
lifestyle
that's
relationship.
nice. That's
It's so
nice of her,
it is
because
role play, but
yeah.
that fear kicks it off. That fear like sends it off. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pimp you out to other people. I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do like all that stuff. Why are we so turned on by fear?
I think it's it's the adrenaline rush. It's you know the what if factor is real there.
Mm,
The Norwegian, for instance, he's a lot like you. Yes and no, in the sense that he loves the idea of me letting him out of his chastity just long enough for me to use him however I want to,
yeah,
right? And then put him back in it before he ever has a chance to
yeah,
enjoy himself. And
sexy.
I think to play with that dynamic is a lot of fun. You know what
It's
I mean? Like,
oh, it's awesome. It's my world.
you know, so I mean, and
Oh,
and and
Nicco
that
Noire, I
that
love you.
that's a fun way to play, I think. But um with him being long distance, it that does complicate things. But he is a very good sport, and he is Johnny on the spot. I tell him to go put his fucking cage on, and I got a picture in 30 seconds. So he plays.
Paganism is a major aspect in the kink community. And with Halloween comes along.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
label us Satanists just because we're in the kink community. There are Satanists in the kink community. Not all of us are
I'm a new
Satanists.
Satanist. Did I tell you that? Hail Satan, by the way.
No. Okay.
I just joined the Temple of Satan the other day just because I could. I figured I was a Catholic once. I might as well be a Satanist. So yeah. So we're doing that now. I mean, not for legits, but for the laws. Cause I literally I have a card. They're sending me a card. I'm gonna be a card carrying Satanist, and
Satanist.
that shit changed my
That's scary
panties
for
because
people.
that makes me happy. Can I see your ID? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, you can. Here's my
I
my
wonder if you
my.
could put it on your website too. I wonder if you'll get more.
Listen, I am still 100% supporting the charter Satanist school for boys. I'm happy to head this endeavor.
Can you be a certified Satanist? Is there a Satanist certification?
I'm pretty sure I could
And
go.
who
I'm pretty sure I could go online and get certified, and then there will be.
All right, so I have then going on to the next thing, kinky ghost stories. Now, this is kind of a two-part situation. There's
Okay.
our dungeons haunted, our spaces haunted, and After you pass, who are you going to haunt and how are you going to haunt them? If you choose to haunt.
You.
Oh, I
I
love that though. I would be like, Nick,
I
don't die. I'm
I'm
going to die
just
first, but still.
I'm telling you, Nick, you
Anything,
have
something
to,
good
because
happens.
if
Oh,
you leave
Nico.
me here, you have to, because I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I need all the, I just yeah. I yeah.
So, do you have any
So,
kinky ghost stories?
I have a I have kinky stories and I have ghost stories. Never have the two met before, but
Really? Okay.
I definitely have some stories, Nick. Um okay, so there is a nature refuge that I like to go to and visit, and it is 100% haunted as fuck. It is the
In
scariest,
Texas.
most dude. It gives me things. Okay, yeah, you heard me. It gives me things. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, like everybody, we all go out for walks. We do this, whatever, you know. So this little hike, it's like a little 2 mile, whatever hike. Every time I go, every single time I go, I get a skull. I get a deer skull. I get antler sheds. I got an entire like half of like this beautiful bird wing. I got turtle shells. Like this place just like, and it just leaves them there. It's like I've never had some place so blatantly gift me these things before. And I mean, I don't know if people always just find these rad amazing like things when they go out, but I have never been that person. But every single time I go consistently without fail, I cannot leave this place without it giving something to me, and I think that's amazing. That aside, this forest was also clearly a lynching forest
Oh
in
no.
in 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 a
Please say
darker
it's
day
not.
here in Texas. It has the most. I mean, you want to talk about? I mean, it's sorrowful. Like, I mean, it hits you in the pit of your stomach. I can't get out of that part of the forest fast enough. And then the next part of that forest is, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it just radiates Native American vibes, and all of these trees are bent in like this crazy circle, and it's like some sort of like directionary situation from way back in the day. But it just
Wow.
reminds me that I mean, this place is seen some shit, and I mean it resonates. It resonates, and it's thick in there, and it's pretty creepy. I
Sunshine
go there all the
says about
time.
the devil's rejects. Those holy jeans look freaking amazing on her. Showing
Every
me
she,
copy of it.
she could put a you could put a paper sack on her and anything and look amazing.
What
Like, it's
about
ridiculous.
now? Back to this forest. We should do a
Yes,
show from there. We should do a show live from the forest. Use your phone. We could do, yeah.
I'm just gonna
Try
tell
to
you right now,
get kinky
like
spirits.
be prepared, because it's an entire mood. Like, it's really one of the most unreal places I've been a lot of places, Nick. This forest is haunted. Haunted.
Sunshine asks. Sunshine asks, do you have any subs that are so hardcore? There's nothing you could threaten that would make them happy.
There's nothing that I could threaten that would what? That
That
would
would
make
like.
them
There's nothing you
happy?
could threaten that would scare them. That would satisfy them. That would or scare them. Like they're so
I've been
hardcore. You're
telling
like,
the Norwegian the same shit over and over for the last almost 4 years, and he still just keeps trucking along. So, I mean, no, I, I, you know what? I have a small group of like die hard, like, ride or die clients that I love very much and that I keep close to me. That I
well, the
think,
human toilets and the manginas, yeah, they're pretty hardcore. I'd say I've been around.
yeah,
I've seen a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. It's a different type of person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Human toilets and
yeah.
manginas. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mean it. You mean it if you're that person. Like, it's a whole other experience. And I've asked, scat play people, and I've asked mangina play people, like, this is very extreme. So, what is it about this experience that has you so like strung out, for lack of better words? And I have had so many different crazy random answers, but the one common denominator of them all is the power of you over me. It is literally the physical
Oh
aesthetic
yes.
of being over somebody in a kind of menacing, towering sort of way, which
I
I
propose we
can't
do
think
a
of anything
mangina
more
show.
menacing than what's that?
I propose we do a mangina show. I
Oh, well,
propose
I
we
would
get
love to do a
you.
mangina show, but there's no
Who else
way
does
that we would be.
manginas?
I'm sure there's got to be
You're the
mangina
one.
makers out there. Mangina
Mangina
makers
makers.
unite. We could start. We could have conventions, mangina maker conventions, and all of us ladies can get together and just, you know, swap our stories and our little how we change and modify and personalize each of our own little manginas for yeah.
Mangina
But are
Con.
you? See, now you're opening a whole can of worms that you probably wish just never even existed, but now it does.
The Mangina clients. The Mangina.
I could
Okay.
start teaching mangina making classes.
Yeah. Oh, we get spots at the Manor. Bring him. That's probably. I know one person specifically who would definitely attend that.
Oh, well, then send them
All
my
right.
way.
All right. So check this out. There are some
Yes.
places to get costumes. This is
No.
this. I looked this one up. I thought that you'd find this funny. Um,
What the
all
hell
right.
is this? Where are my glasses?
So this is Rasta and pasta. Right?
Oh my
First one,
gosh.
baby
Okay.
oil costume. This is the number one selling one. Baby oil costume, $69.69.
Appropriate. I like it. What do you think?
Timing.
What do you think? So at least they're making fun of the baby oil and they're not like, you know, all
Yeah, they could
a
go real dark.
barely of age sex traffic victim
Oh
costume.
no. Yeah, they could and then there's these
Where's it?
look at this one. Harry Princess sleeping and Harry Princess Beauty in a beast costume.
Mm,
Look
very
at that.
nice. See, okay, so this is why I think Halloween is great. So it's also the one day of the year that men can openly cross dress and it is a
Oh yeah.
non-issue and no one will bat a single eye at you. If anything, they'll compliment you on your outfit. So I think that's got to be extremely both validating and freeing for people who might be closeted in their cross-dressing play. So I think Halloween is awesome for that. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to get like some more kind of like sissy cross-dressing outfits, Halloween is an awesome time to do that on the cheap.
Yes.
And that way you can kind of build a little collection, excuse me, um, and not have to break the bank on really nice expensive lingerie or underwear or outfits, and you can get kind of cutesy, junky, slutty stuff, but let's face it, that's all you really want to do anyway. Be
Yeah.
honest. So,
You know what's funny? Out of all the
hmm.
times I've cross dressed and been in like a French maid outfit, I don't think
Mhm.
I ever was one for Halloween.
Really?
It's kind of funny. I kind of find it kind of funny. So then you got the less classy ones, the hot shit, a Halloween costume, the bullshit Halloween costume. You got
Oh,
sperm and a
did they have a
tampon.
douche canoe? Oh, a tampon.
So there's
Is that a
dating. There's a
couple's
dating.
outfit? Is that a couple's outfit? A
Yeah,
tampon
a
and a
couple's outfit.
uterus?
Yes, the uterus.
I like,
See,
yeah.
romance is not dead, Nico. Romance is not dead.
Taste, on the
So if
other
you got
hand,
yeah,
taste is buried. Taste is buried 6 feet under the fucking ground, my love. That's
so
just
this is
like if you.
brown vagina, beige vagina, and in between the brown vagina and the beige vagina, we have brown penis.
Oh, so
Then we have beige
well,
penis. And
That's
Harry Princess
racist.
Cinderella.
That's racist. So
Yeah.
what? You can only be a brown cock or a white cock. Racist
This is not
as
my
fuck.
store. This is Rasta and Pasta store.
Or
There's
you can
brown and
just be a tampon. You're
penis
like,
and
hey,
vagina
I'm just a
couple.
big tampon. Put me in your
Yeah,
pussy.
there's
Like what?
tampon costume
Come
for
on.
$49.99. Dr. Seymour Bush gynecologist costume.
See,
Hard slide.
so there's part of me like I love like the lowbrow
The silliness. Oh yeah, of
humor
course.
of Halloween,
Fun.
right? Like I think
Mhm.
that's a huge part of it. If you can't laugh at the lowbrow, Dr. Bush, whatever, then get the fuck out. Like, don't celebrate Halloween then. You're no fun and I don't want to hang out with you anyway. But the thing of it
Look at
is it's
these.
like, see, those are sexy, right? Is that trashy lingerie?
Trashy.com.
This is where I would go
Now,
to get my costume.
where yes. Oh, I think
I got a
Christine
Marie
does.
Antoinette costume from here one year, and it was out of control expensive, but it was worth every penny, and I still have it, and I've only worn it once because it was so fucking expensive. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to put it on again. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
The
extra.
minimum dress is like a 350 plus for the
I
minimum.
I
Yeah.
trust me, I am well aware. Which by the way, thank you so much, Dystopian James. I appreciate that.
So I've seen you wear costumes. You've been on the show. You came for
Hmm?
the Halloween show at Sunday service. You wore a
Hmm?
Barbie suit, which is I always thought it was funny that you wore the Barbie outfit because that's so not you. You know what I mean? Like the pink and the stuff like that.
It's
Like I always wear
Halloween.
black. Yeah, it was Halloween, so I thought that was very funny of you. So, what are some of the costumes you love? Like the ones that you would wish you could wear but you can't. In other words, that
Okay,
money,
so
the issue, stuff like that. If you could,
so Nick, I am living my best life. So
you are.
I have a pretty dope closet. Like I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie. I've
you
been doing
do.
this for 20 years, and if you can dream it, I've probably had a session request for it. So I mean, my closet is like it's legit.
Yeah.
My favorite stuff that I have an amazing latex nun outfit. I have a couple of really cool bodysuits. Um, I have I have a mean cop outfit. I have a mean
Really?
doctor's outfit. I mean, I have if it's fetishish, like so if it's a nurse, a doctor, a military, whatever, I have it all in rubber, like all of it in rubber. And so, and I've been so I've been very very fortunate to have a, some really good clients who are hardcore latex fetishists and have in turn put me in lots and lots of rubber. So
Out of
thanks.
all the latex that you have, out of all
Mm.
the outfits, which one is you for like the costumes, the ones that are like kind of can be considered Halloween costumes? Which one is your absolute favorite? Which one
None.
is the one that people
The
want to see the
nun.
most? The nun. Why
I
is that? Why do you think that is? I've seen you
because
look
I'm a
amazing in it.
well because I'm a broken Catholic first and foremost. So there's that, but and so there's the irony of just the fact that I don't burst into flames while I'm wearing a see-through rubber, nun's costume. It just makes me happy. But I get requests for that. I get a lot of requests for my latex nurse costume, and I get a lot of requests for latex teacher, so, or latex businesswoman. So
Oh, I want to see that. Can you
I'll
send me
show you that.
pictures of that? I've never
Ah,
seen that. Latex
I just
businesswoman. I have to write that down.
she has a high frilly neck and she wears a tie and she comes down
Oh,
with a corset and then she's got a pencil skirt and she has a pill hat. She's a bitch. Yeah, she's very good.
I swear, if I've lived most of my life in the corporate world, American
Mm,
corporate America, and
yeah.
I'd say every meeting without fail, before I was even in the kink community, without in every meeting, I was like, this meeting needs a dominatrix. a strong woman to come in is like Glengarry Glen Rossett, but like femdom style, you know? Like just
You
like,
want to cut?
like
I swear to God, you want to balance the budget? Perfect. Fire middle management. Hire me.
yeah, right. I'm serious.
You don't need
corporate
15
consultants.
fucking people. You need me. One.
Yeah.
Singular. You don't need all that.
Lou and Charlie's Angels, right? Lucy Liu and Charlie's
Right.
Angels. All right. What else do
Oh,
we
that
got?
girl. That girl.
That
Did
girl.
I mean that okay, so I think Lucy Liu in the Charlie's Angel movie, her dominatrix, just her in general,
Mhm.
I think that between that, The Matrix, and pretty much anything,
Bill.
any video, Kill Bill, and any video that Nine Inch Nails put out, pretty much set up like the basis for like the foundation of like my entire
I understand
existence.
that. The style. And yeah.
Yep, that's like those are the building blocks of me.
So let's talk about music now. You were talking about Nine Inch Nails, and we were talking about Rob Zombie. You and I have a love for gothic, industrial synth.
You're my music boyfriend.
Yeah, you're my music girlfriend, and I'm faithful to you.
I am faithful to you.
I adore you, Nicco. So
you send me new music all the time, and I'm stoked on it because there is no such thing as new music anymore. So every time you send me music, I'm like, fucking Nick coming in clutch because I cannot. Because I trust the shit you send me. So I'm like, oh, good, here's good music. Instead of having to like just wade through the fucking countless hours of Spotify bullshit trying to find something worth anything. And so so when you send me music, I'm like, oh, good, I know that I can listen to this, even if it's not my favorite thing. I know at least it's good. It's not shit. You wouldn't send it to me otherwise. So
that really warms my heart. That really does, because I pride myself on having. You
have excellent taste in music.
It's so
you do.
And I love to share it. So to get in the Halloween spirit, or to if you have a session, it is Halloween time period. Yep. What are some of the songs? What's some of the Halloween music that you like to listen to?
Okay, so
Every Day is Halloween by Ministry.
Bop, bop, bop,
bop, bop. I thought it was Coffee Bop Bop. When I first heard this song, I thought it was, what's that Coffee Bop Bop song?
I just I totally just had a flashback of me in the club at 19, and I'm shadow dancing. I'm picking up spider webs. I'm cleaning the floor. I'm I just saw Ministry when I saw Rob Zombie. They opened for him. And can I just tell you, so he's got to be like almost 80 years old, right?
Elaine Johnson,
I mean, at least.
I don't know about 80, but he's up there.
Well, he's up there. He's up there. Maybe not 80. But, okay, so there was a time not too long ago when I still would have broke that man in half. And now when I say that, I mean it in an entirely different way. Like, he is fragile. And it's, like, kind of makes me sad because he was, like, I mean, he's Ministry. Like, and for my whole life, I've just known, you know what I mean? Like,
wow. Yeah, he
but he still throws it down, and he still sounds
66.
Good.
No, he's 66.
Well, he's a hard 66. I'm just going to be honest about it. But you know what? He probably is a hard 66.
A lot of drugs. One last fix. Or was it one last fix? Yeah.
one last fix.
So What is a great song, but there is a great song. Now this is inspired by Tom Sharpling, the Best Show, WFMU. There's a band called Suicide.
Okay.
And Suicide, one of the best songs, Suicide, Dream Baby Dream, So
I don't know. I don't think I've even heard that.
Richard Hell, part of the CBGB's No-Fi, New York City No-Fi. You dig it. Check out Suicide. But they have a song called Frankie Teardrop. and I think it's like a 12-minute long song, and it's just like it's got that that weird synth kind of drum beat that's like you have like on a Casio keyboard,
Yeah.
right? You know, or
Yeah.
a Moog. And
Yeah.
he's just saying like he's telling the story, and it's this really spooky voice, like Frankie Teardrop. It's about a guy who's like unemployed and he kills his family, right? So the Frankie Teardrop challenge is listen to Frankie Teardrop alone on your headphones, Frankie Teardrop by Suicide, and go out in complete darkness to see how long you can last. So you have to be pitch black. So it's either out in the woods or out in your house, but it has to be complete in a closet or something. You have to completely
I'm
black.
already going to tell you. So I've already failed. I'm gonna just tell you that right now because I am not good like that. I am not good like that at all. If you give me even remotely just a sliver of a possibility that I'm gonna catch a vibe off this shit, you have me fucked up. No. I'm not gonna do it. Because listen, there is an regardless of what anybody may believe, religious or spiritual or whatever have you, we live in a world and a universe that is built off of energy. Energy does not die. So if you think for a moment that just because your soul leaves this shell that you're just gone and non-existent and poof, your life was just a speck, maybe, but if we know that energy doesn't die, probably not.
So,
probably
let me ask you about
not.
character. When
you know what I mean?
When you put on, I know exactly what you mean. It's a cycle. Life is a cycle, and we're all
Absolutely.
It never dies. We're
Do you believe in
evolving,
reincarnation, Nick?
I don't know about reincarnation. I believe in energy.
I believe in energy too. I believe in the sun. I can see it.
Are we playing characters in life? When you put on that business, that latex business outfit, do you like seriously, do you get into character and play?
Totally.
Do you talk different? Do you kind of feel? Do you stand different? Tell us about
Yes, 100%. Okay, so well, so my business suit. So I always jokingly say, "Well, I'll have to ask my boss. I'll have to ask my boss." Well, people are like, "Well, who the fuck is your boss?" I'm like, "Well, so my boss is the latex businesswoman," and so when I put that on, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you hire me to be your boss too? Because we can do that." And so it's funny. It's funny that we're having this conversation. I was just talking to somebody just this past week about how I talk about myself in the third person as if I'm two separate people, but I'm actually just one. So it's kind of fucked up, but yeah, for sure.
All right, what else we got? We got all right, you got slutty, more slutty, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or no, know what would be great?
Get your ass to Mars.
No one would be great. Slutty Isabella Rossellini. Isabella Rossellini is magnificently beautiful, but she's quirky too, and she's very artistic.
No,
but
I would
see her
love
like slutty, like blue velvet slutty.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not the abuse.
She is fantastic, by the way.
She's amazing. She has the show.
What a random name though. You know that the only person who knows who knows who you're talking about is me.
I know.
Like everyone else is like, who the fuck is Isabella Rossellini? Like they're all gonna have to Google her. Which, by the way, please do because. But yeah, I'm actually the only person.
Isabella Rossellini has this show called Green Porno. Right, and it's an educational show. And Isabella Rossellini, beautiful, and I think she's like in her 60s or 70s now. and she
Well, she
dresses
was
up.
she was a supermodel back in the
Oh yeah,
60s.
but she's
She
like,
was
and
yeah.
she has this. This show has episodes of how animals have sex. So like the episode of
Okay.
the praying mantis, she's like, I'm a praying mantis. My sex,
I've
my
seen that
appetite is
show. And
so,
she goes, and then I
and you know,
devour their head.
yeah. And she does. It's so like if you're ever stoned and you just want to like just you start feeling good about yourself, it's really relaxing. It's really wonderful. I love
I
Slutty Isabella
completely
Sweeney.
forgot
Come
about
on.
that show.
It's on
What's it called
HBO
again?
Max. It's called Green Porno. Green Porno.
I'm totally gonna
Um,
watch that.
all right, we have one more last question. Halloween BDSM parties. Now, I go to the Manor. Um, every party seems to have a theme. Halloween has there's a couple different Halloween parties at the Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were two,
Right.
like a real one and like a private one.
Yeah.
And they're great. I love Halloween
Yeah.
parties, BDSM themed Halloween parties. Please, you've lived this life. You've been around.
I
Tell
have.
us, tell us about any
I've
BDSM Halloween parties.
Well, so I used to traditionally, and this was many years ago, I used to throw a rager every year. I would throw a huge Halloween party. I would throw it up on FetLife, and I would I would say the first 200 people to RSVP, and I would feed them, I would drink them, and I mean I'd throw a big ass party. And so I did that for like 5 years in a row. I met a lot of really cool people and we had so much fun. I mean, we did bobbing for dildos. We did uh where you blindfold them and they pin pin the butt plug on the sissy. We did all kinds of stuff. We had the pain slut pinata pounding.
Pain slut
Um,
pinata.
yeah, we had the naked man dressed woman cocktail hour. We had a costume contest and parade. I mean, I did the whole thing. I spent a ton of money on these parties every single year. I would charge a small amount for people to come in. And these are, mind you, like I would put this out on like FetLife. So like it was a
Yeah,
great way to meet people that I didn't know. However, within that time of me doing that, and this is before I bought my house here in Texas, the place that I was living in, the very first year that I did that, got completely fucking trashed. Not trashed, but there was very little respect given to my home. And
that's a
so
shame.
it was a shame, but it did not deter me. I learned from that and I just continued to uh, have better parties, I guess. But
And
anyway,
you would think that you being a dominatrix, they'd be terrified of of bucking up your stuff.
well, and see, like I said, this was a while back, and so this was back when I was back when I before I got sober, and so I think that it probably had a lot to do with my own personal bad behavior. So
Mm.
yeah,
One thing I noticed, I come from a party lifestyle too. I
yep,
grew up in Jersey, part of the New York City rave scene, stuff like that. The punk scene, the rave scene, and the hip hop scene, all of them. I was
yeah,
part of it. And there's a lifestyle to it, and it's a dirty
yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
The room after a party or a house after a party
ridiculous.
is not a place you want to be anywhere near.
Nope,
You know what I mean?
especially a kink party.
Yeah. What's interesting, I found that, like, for example, the Manor, Mischief Manor,
Yeah,
shout out to Mr. Shari. There is a sense of, how do I say it?
ownership.
A sense of care in everybody who walks in there. It's like you're not walking on eggshells, but no one wants to mess anything up. No one wants to create
That's
a mess. No one wants to be the person who spills anything. No one. So
That's because
everyone
they
is,
respect
yeah,
that place and they respect Mistress Cherie and they respect her gear and her business as they should. As they
yeah,
fucking should. That is the utmost, I mean, politeness is to be, not a shitbag in someone's home or place of business. So yeah, people
The latex
amaze me on.
cowboy.
Oh,
The latex
Ooh.
cowboy says I think he's talking about Sherry Moon Zombie from Devil's Rejects. She's in that new movie about the new Pope being chosen. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna check that out.
Which looks interesting, by the way.
Yeah, movies.
I-
Oh
you
my
know-
God, movies. There's some cool movies out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
saw Maxine. Scary
anything
movies. Saw Maxine.
Yeah. So what are you watching?
Maxine just came out. That was great. But you're gonna see something, and I think both of you should see this movie. It's called Late Night with the Devil. Great. It's a great movie. I believe it's on Hulu right now. Or
now that I'm a new
Amazon.
Satanist, I should definitely. It sounds like that's right
Late
in my
Night with the Devil.
wheelhouse.
It's not it won't scare you. It's a fun movie.
Okay.
It's about a talk show. It's about a talk show host in the 70s, like a Johnny Carson type person, and he's doing like an exorcism and stuff. It's all about it's great. Watch it. Go in knowing nothing. Have a fun time.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I've got a bunch. I've got twisted movies and I got movies that scare
Okay, you can only give me 3. You have to pick 3. 3 right now. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. What is it going to be?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That hit me to the core when I was young. So
because it's fucking fucked up.
It's so fucking out there that it's weird because it's like, anybody could do that. And
I invite everyone to go and rewatch the original one and the newer ones.
The original.
And go and you know what? They are still so just unhinged and yeah.
I know. Originally that movie was Toby Hooper wanted it PG. You wanted because there's no blood in it. There's no gore. Really, except for the leg. There's bones and stuff like that.
There's no blood. There's no gore, but there's like 3 sets of titties in it.
Yeah.
God, I love the 70s.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
I was watching. Shout out to the 70s and 80s. This is totally non sequitur. It's not a horror movie. Tampopo. It's a Japanese movie about looking for it's a romance, and there's a scene in that where a couple.
I totally watched that.
Yolk. You watched the egg yolk thing.
You don't say it. You can't kill that. So you told me like a year ago to go and watch that movie. Yeah.
I did? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're like,
obsessed with food.
You're like, no, you're like, you have to go and see that. You have to go watch this. And so, against all better judgment, I'm like, I'm gonna go watch Tampopo. It's awesome. It's super good. But you said, like I said, so you're only my music boyfriend, Nicholas. You are not my movie boyfriend. You watch the most fucked up shit I have ever seen in my life, and I don't even know who you are sometimes. I'm just like, who is? Yeah.
Back to the horror movies. All right, horror movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a horror movie. I like Poltergeist was another movie that hit me when I was a kid. It did technically scare me. So I have to put that in the original Poltergeist. But then I grew up.
Mother sucks cots in hell.
Yeah. I started watching really fucked up movies. There's a French movie, and not the American movie, the French version. It's called Martyrs. It's on YouTube probably, but you watch the French version and not the American version.
Why?
This movie is fucking brutal. I don't want to ruin it for you.
I don't want to watch it then.
It's not necessarily scary, and as a dominatrix who deals with pain and stuff like that, and like torture,
I can dish it out all day long, but I don't think I want. Yeah.
So there's that.
What I am capable of doing and what I am capable of taking are 2 entirely different situations, I think.
Basically, the thing of Martyrs, to give you an idea of it, think about people making martyrs out of other people. So basically,
I do all the time.
Or torturing someone to the
daily.
Torturing someone to the point where it's so insanely brutal, like even though they're going to die, to the point of death where they see God or they see the other side.
Right.
And they want to capture that. So it's basically, it's kind of about that and the brutality of it. It goes deep. Check that. So there's that, Martyrs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Poltergeist. I could name like some schlock like A Serbian Film and Cannibal Holocaust. Those movies are very effective. Salo is an effective movie. Salo is fucking terrifying in a metaphorical sense.
I have not seen that movie, but I've heard about that movie, and it sounds pretty horrifying.
Well,
I
it's there's an elegant. It's horrifying in the sense that because there's an elegance to torture. There's like these people have so much power and so much money and no humanity at all, and that's a lot what's going on now. And you
let's talk about P. Diddy.
That's a perfect example. Like he was trying to kind of make those salad parties. I don't know if the excrement and the corporate failure was involved because it was a part of it. A lot of it's like eating shit in that movie, which is not.
I think that probably is par for the course.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. What horror movies? The one. A Serbian Film isn't. I think is a weird, important film, but just because it affected so many people. But yeah, Martyrs, stuff like
See, I'm coming from like my horror movies are like so much lighter than yours. I'm like Lair of the White Worm, and
wait, Hugh Grant, Ken Russo, yeah. I want to see that again. I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Oh, you have to. It is like an hour and 10-minute movie, if that, and it feels like 4 hours and 55 minutes of what the fuck, but it is such a solid movie. I love it so much. Yeah. It's like my guilty pleasure, like B-movie bullshit thing. Like I'll sit down and watch Lair of the White Worm at 3 a.m. No problem.
I was a video store kid. So if I wasn't at a record store, I was in a video store and I was always looking at the horror movies. And I think horror movies really helped me. Horror movies helped me not only in the BDSM community, but just in life. Because I made me not as scared as just other stuff because it's like there are monsters out there. You know what I mean? And there are horrible people. The people are monsters. And I've seen it on TV.
I've seen it in real life.
I survived. Well, like as a kid, as a video store kid, I'd watch this stuff. Like, you'd watch, I'd watch everything from Texas Chainsaw Massacre to Frankenhooker.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean? So
the Frankenfurter.
Yeah. Oh, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, how can we do a Halloween show without mentioning Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I wasn't gonna let it happen. I was not gonna let it happen. Shout out to Tim Curry. The world's
let me ask you
most just like charismatic laugh ever, and probably most like sexy transsexual transvestite from Transylvania.
Now, how many cross-dressers and sissies and clients that you have mentioned or were influenced by Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I'm going to say probably 100% all of them, but in conversations I've had with people, you'd be surprised how often Rocky Horror Picture actually comes up in conversation in either setting up a session or it just like for aesthetic purposes. Like, okay, and you're going to laugh about this. So I had somebody, they're like, well, have you ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? And I'm like, have I? No, never. But so, of course I have. And they're like, well, and so I'm thinking that they're going to want me to look like, Magenta or a Frankenfurter but no, Janet. Slut.
What?
Wanted me to dress like Janet.
The slut.
Slut?
For those who don't know, when Janet's on the screen, the audience yells slut. Right? Something like that.
Right. Yep.
Oh, let's do the
Denton, rah, rah, rah. Eat me, rah, rah, rah. Sorry. I don't know what kind of shouts you guys do at yours, but
we've come to the end of the show, and before we do to the final question, I want to ask, how can people get in touch with you? How can people support you, reach out to you, and talk to you?
Well, if you would like to book a session with me, by all means, please do, and go to NiccoNoire.com, and there you will find all of my social media links and information on how to book an in-life session with me. But also, I feel like I need to say Nylon November is upon us, people. And
Yes.
I'm planning on pimping out Nylon November like no other on my OnlyFans. So if you like nylons and I I happen to know a thing or two about some nylons, I'm going to be doing a no Nylon November, and so I'll be taking new pictures every single day for the entire month of November, and I will be posting them on my OnlyFans. So you definitely want to go to NiccoNoire.com so you can get information on how to do that. And it's also my birthday month, November. I'm a Scorpio. It's Scorpio season, people. Do you know what that means? Feel free to birthday the shit out of me the entire month of November, and you can find all of the links to any of my pay apps there if you would like to gift me, along with gift wish lists and you know, all that jazz. So that's my spiel.
Stan Vladimir says, "Happy Halloween, Nico. Hope you have a good time. Have a wonderful
Happy
weekend."
Halloween, Vod.
So with Halloween coming up, I know you're gonna spend Halloween your own Nicco Noire way. So I'm gonna take myself off screen. Please let us know how you're gonna spend Halloween.
Well, this Halloween, I am actually going to be spending it with The Cure. So The Cure is going to be live streaming their new album live. They'll be performing it live in the UK, and I think it's to an audience of like 250 people or something like that. And so, no, I will not be in the audience, but I will be there via internet, crying and singing out loud to all the words and songs.
The
And that's
new
how I
album
plan on
got great
spending my
reviews.
It
The new album got great reviews. Yeah.
I'm not crazy about the single, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
I would say I feel the
I
same
didn't
way.
like Depeche Mode's single for their the last two albums, as a matter of fact. And well, I didn't like the last two albums either, but that's neither here nor there. I love Depeche Mode so much.
Yeah. And yeah, I started listening to kind of hype myself up. 6 Different Ways from the Head on the Door album.
Do you know that's my favorite Cure
and
song?
I know it's your favorite. It's my favorite Cure song too. Definitely, 100%.
6 different
And
ways.
you know what?
My heart.
I started writing my new book, The Coolest Way to Save My Life, and The Cure has a song on it. I'm a Cult Hero. I started playing that over and over again. That's a great song.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's going on the soundtrack. But this song, Cure has amazing songs. In Between Days, The Perfect Girl, such a strange girl.
Head on the Door, such an underrated album. It is solid from start to finish. There is not a bad song on it.
Close to Me.
Blood.
Close to Me is a solid song. Close to Me is incredibly solid. It holds up incredibly. Because even the remix,
which The Cure loves to do a remix. They're just as bad, if not worse, than Depeche Mode. They will take a song and remix it 6 ways to fucking Sunday, and then put it on every single album from there on out.
I remember I bought like a maxi single of Personal Jesus when I was like in 8th or 9th or 10th grade, and there was like 9 or 10 versions of the same exact song, and it all did sound the same. Like
we can't there are even
remixes that sound different.
We can't have a civil conversation about this, Nicholas. You don't even know how much money, time, effort, miles spent traveling looking for B-sides and special the singles CDs. I mean, Depeche Mode didn't just have like, they had an entire single set, and then not only that, like if you really meant it, like I did, you had to go and drive hundreds of miles to go find random punk rock shops in the middle of fucking nowhere, Iowa, to go find this one B-side that only exists. Yeah, I did this, people. Yeah. They I'm an asshole like that.
James would do that. A lot of House of Love would do that. They released the same single, and like the one on vinyl had a different B-side, then the one on the CD had a different B-side. And
would you like to know that I no longer own any of those items, and I have them all now digitally, and I can go fuck myself? Thank you very much, and have a nice night.
I spent so much time, money,
time,
for a record, And now it's on Spotify. It's like, motherfucker.
Shout out to my very dearest friend, Adam Meredith and Adam Cardone, two of the most just ride or die music people I have ever met. I mean, these people have lived and breathed, you know, punk rock and synth pop their entire fucking lives, and spent their entire adolescence collecting these things just to have Spotify happen.
Yeah, YouTube.
I mean, I love Spotify. Don't get me wrong. I am not killing on it, but it's a little depressing.
Yeah, it does. And then you hear it and you're like, this doesn't sound like it did when I
get off my lawn. You fucking little shit. Get off my lawn. I'm gonna go listen to Depeche Mode.
I'm gonna go cook for my queen.
Would you please, and would you give her a hug and a kiss for me and tell her that I love her so much? Thank you.
I will. She loves you too. We are, and I want to say this, Nicco, you have inspired me countless times, and you've inspired Sunshine as well. You've inspired us. When we off to the manor, like, you're with us in spirit. We love you so much. We can't wait to see you.
I was gonna come out there for November, but now I'm not. A whole other situation. But I mean, let's either,
we'll make it happen.
If we like, we've known each other for so long. We've known each other for so long, Nick, and we've been doing shows together for so long. How is it that we like? Let's make, like, it needs to be documented. It needs to be like,
we need a live show with a live audience. That's what a live show.
Fireworks
with a live
and shit.
Audience. Yeah.
Slow motion.
Musicians and comics running, and people doing art in the background.
I mean, not me, but somebody. You know. I love you.
It's going to be a great week.
Go cook dinner.
It's going to be a great week. I love everybody.
It is.
Be cool.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Yeah, be safe out there. Don't take drugs or candy from people you don't know. Just saying. Just saying. Drugs or candy.
Be cool. Be kind. Keep an open mind. Have a great week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.